Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Miss K Love. So today we're going to be talking about an updated video about my braces. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. So basically, I had gotten my braces back in March of 2015. I got my braces because I was very insecure. Now, honey, these are my teeth before I got my braces. You know, like, yeah, my teeth were horrible. Plain and simple. They were very crooked, and they were crooked because I used to suck my fingers when I was little. Long story short, my parents told me, you know, stop sucking your fingers because you're going to pay for it when you get older. And of course, I didn't listen because it was comforting to me. Anywho, that is why my teeth is crooked. Well, were crooked. So the day that I got my braces, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad as though like people make it seem like, oh, it's the most painful thing to get. Don't get it. You know, it has its pros and cons. So I'm gonna basically tell you how much I paid and how I felt about it. You know, my experience overall. You know, just pretty much some info that people wanted me to put out there when I had my braces. Okay, so the cost of my braces was $4,000. It was initially supposed to be $3,500, but I have a permanent retainer on the bottom row of my teeth. That is something new that I believe a lot of orthodontics offer now, which is a plus because I love it. It's very convenient. You don't have to go slapping in a retainer every 5 minutes, and it was worth the extra $500. Now, I don't know if every orthodontics offer that, but I suggest that you ask and pay that extra coins for that because it's very worthy. Like, you don't have to worry about so much about losing it, cleaning it. It's just very convenient. So yeah, basically it was $4,000 total. My orthodontist had an in-house payment plan for me, which was very good. Not a lot of places offer that, but they do have another option where they have like care credit or something like that, but I just didn't want to do that because I wasn't trying to get no credit added to what I already have, and my credit, I was trying to build it up at the time, so I was just like, I'm not trying to go that route. So I was glad they had that option for me. Offered me to put down between $600 and up. $600 was my lowest payment, and that's what I put down. The more you put down, the less you pay a month. So put down, if you have a stack, put down a stack. If you don't, you don't. But you know, you want to make sure you limit that monthly payment because it does kick in. And then it all depends on how long you have your braces on too. So mine was for a year. So I was paying about $244 a month. I had my ups and downs, you know, I ain't perfect. So I was late like maybe 2-3 months, but it didn't affect me. They do have late fees. It didn't get to the point where I couldn't afford it. But I did have a lot of my taxes saved up, so I did have that aside for emergency purposes if I wasn't able to pay them on time. Okay, so during the process, the most exciting part, putting my braces on, I automatically knew I wanted the gray rubber bands. I didn't want no color at the time, only because I didn't know how it was gonna look, being as though my teeth was so crooked, and then I was putting braces on, so I didn't want to look like a little kid. So I'm gonna tell y'all now, putting the braces on don't hurt. It took them about an hour for the whole procedure, and they had this thing where it opens up your mouth really, really wide, like it just stretches your whole mouth out, so they can get all the way back there to put the braces on. Another thing is I recommend that you get your teeth cleaned before you get your braces. You don't want to have no plaque buildup, no cavities, none of that out the ordinary stuff because that's just not good. You know, you're gonna have braces on for a while, and trust me, food gonna get stuck, and it's gonna be hard to get back there and in your braces to floss. So it's like, why put braces on if your teeth are dirty? It's just common sense. Like, get your teeth clean. Even if you have to come out your pocket, it's gonna be worth it. And they also recommend it when you go in there. So make sure you guys do that. That is very important. Also, do not go whitening your teeth. Paste it's going to leave a stain when you take your braces off. So you don't want that stain on your teeth, because when they took mine off, and I didn't even use whitening toothpastes or whitening kits, it was stained because I've had them on for a year. So that's another little tip that I want you guys to keep in mind. Now, the whole after process, when they were finished, they gave me a little goodie bag, explained to me what I needed to do, explained the flossing procedure, because it is different from regular, you know, when you floss your breath. Like I said, you don't want to get no cavities, and then, you know, your breath won't start stinking, and you don't want that. That's not cute. So make sure you floss them teeth. They're going to give you this little thing. It's like a loop. It looks like a teardrop. You put your floss through it, and I'll insert a clip. You put your floss through it and you stick it through the bracket, and then that's how you floss. And it is time consuming, but you have to do it because you want your nice smile, right? So it'll all be worth it in the end. Okay, so leaving the orthodontist office after I got my braces on. Now, my doctor told me, you know, you're going to be in pain, so don't think because you're not in pain now that that pain not going to kick in. And I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I can take pain. No, sweetie. That pain was not what I thought it was going to be. Okay? That pain was, my mouth was throbbing, pretty much. My gums were swollen. When I woke up from my nap, I popped in like 3-4 ibuprofens because, yeah, the pain was that bad. I couldn't eat. He wasn't lying when he was like, make sure you rack up on mashed potatoes, ice cream, yogurt, all the soft foods you can think of, because you're not going to be able to eat your fried chicken, your pizza, all that good stuff. And he was right. I couldn't even bite into lettuce. And I'm not exaggerating, but that's how bad it hurt. I did not eat what I was not supposed to eat. He told me, do not eat nuts, do not eat no hard candy, gum, you know, all that stuff, because it'll ruin your braces. And I followed that for a whole year. Now, I did have some gum days where I just had to have my gum, but I didn't like go overboard with it and just do it all the time. You know, people do break the rules. You're human. It happens. Just don't go overboard with it and do it all the time. Because you don't want to break your bracket. It costs extra if they have to put a new bracket on. Also, if you break your wire, that's another trip you got to do, and then they got to take all your rubber bands off. You know, it's just too much. So try to avoid that. That's like something you want to avoid. He had me out of my braces in a year. That's what he told me when I did my consultation. And that's the time he had me out. It wasn't no year, 2 months, 3 months, because I did what I was supposed to. So if you want your braces out within that year or that 2-year frame that they have planned, go to your appointments. Make sure you taking care of your braces the way you're supposed to. Make sure you're not eating things you're not supposed to, and just follow the doctor's instructions. They know what they're doing. They have everything planned out for you. So just do the shit. Don't go around it, you know. Okay, so how did I feel when I had my braces on? I was not insecure. I felt great because I knew I was doing something that I wanted. This is something I want. So why should I feel ashamed I got braces on? Okay, yeah, I'm 27 years old. I was 26 and I'm 26 years old with braces on, so what? You know, I'm taking care of my teeth. What are you doing? So don't let people try to judge you and be like, you know, you're too old for metal braces. I recommend metal braces. I don't know how Invisalign work. You know, Invisalign might work for the next person, but I just didn't want that. So don't let somebody try to tell you you're too old to get braces. You're never too old to do anything. So that's another little thing that I wanted to put out there to people, because they feel like, oh, I'm 30 years old. I don't want braces because I don't want people to think. Why are you worrying about what people think about you? Get your damn braces, and they're not paying for it. You know, this is something to make you feel happy. So at the end of the day, you gotta block that negativity out. So yeah, when people was like, why didn't you get Invisalign? I'm like, because I didn't want that. Are you paying for that? And as far as rubber bands now, I did end up switching up. I did end up getting color. I got teal, pink, black, silver. I had got pearl. I didn't get colors that were like bright, like orange, yellow. And I recommend don't get white, because white got stained. Common sense, duh. I don't know, I just wanted to do something different. But no, I recommend that you don't get white rubber bands, because they will stain the food you eat. Over time, they will stain. Yellow, I wouldn't recommend yellow because, you know, your teeth might already look a little dingy, so putting yellow on them is not gonna make it any better. Have fun with it, you know. Don't let nobody tell you you look childish with your rubber bands. So what? I paid my money for my braces. I'm gonna wear me some color rubber bands, and I'm gonna be okay with that. If you don't like it, oh well. You know, this is it's not their mouth. So cut the negativity. That's all I gotta say. Do you when you have your braces? If you want to get all the colors you want, if you want to do a damn rainbow on your mouth, do it. Okay. So now we're gonna talk about the whole process with taking my braces off. Okay, so I took my braces off, like I said, within a year, and they're going all over the place, doing backflips, all types of stuff. So you want to put a retainer on as soon as you take them off. So he did my molding for my retainer while my braces is on. Places are different, you know. Ask when you go to your consultation, ask so many questions, because you don't want to put your money into something and you get shit out of it. So just make sure you do that. So like I said, I got my retainer on the day I took my braces off. It was a perfect fit. He did the adjustment. It was nice, pretty, and, you know, clean. They shaved it. They flossed. They did everything. It was just like I had $1 million smile, but I had to slap that retainer on my top tooth. Now, I could have got a permanent on my top tooth, but because the way my bite is, I was not able to, because it would have damaged my bottom teeth, would damage the top retainer. So I was fine by that. I was like, as long as I can get on the bottom, I'm cool. You know, I'll just wear the top retainer. It's not a big issue. And also the retainer color that I got was I got a wine color, and you can get any color you want. They have clear, pink, yellow, orange. It goes down the line. They have clear options as far as like, it's like a transition color kind of. And yes, those are the colors I can remember. I just got something that matched my gums just because I love the color pink, and that's the color of my gums up top. So that's what I got. And yeah, so he basically had my retainer ready for me. They gave me a cute little pink case. They actually gave me two, and then he gave me another goodie bag. It had like a water bottle in it, a t-shirt, some more toothpaste and supplies, which was, you know, it was really nice of them to do that. I wasn't expecting it because they had already gave me one when I first got one, but they just so, I love their staff. They're so welcoming. They just make you feel great. They just make you feel, you know, like that you want to come back and recommend people. I recommended a lot of people to go there because they're reasonable. Their consultation is free. Their x-rays were free. So when you do your research and you're trying to find a location for your braces, I suggest that you go do your research, look, call, ask, because before I went to him, it was this lady, you guys. She was trying to overcharge me, and she was trying to pull more teeth out my mouth. Okay? You need to pull 4 more teeth after I just pulled 4 wisdom teeth? Bruh, you're not pulling nothing out. I just paid $1,500 pockets. Insurance ain't paid for my wisdom teeth to get pulled. And you telling me you're gonna pull 4 more? No. And when she told me the price, she told me it's gonna be $7,000. Where? I'm not paying that. And I wasn't like, you know, no harm to you, but that's not in my pockets. And I just took 4 teeth out, so why do I have to take extra teeth out? She basically wanted my teeth to shift more to a straighter, and I was like, I understand that, you know, you're doing what you can do to make my smile great, but that's just like overboard. I'd rather try somewhere else. And that's when I ran into Dr. Scott. Shout out to Dr. Scott and his team. Yeah. Excellent service, excellent job. He said I can get your teeth straight with pulling nothing out. So I was just like, ding, 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 take my money, just take it. So yeah, you guys want to definitely do your research. Don't fall for the first one. It's always something down the line, you know. Don't just settle for any and anything, and don't let them try to work your pockets, because that's what some places are out here to do. Okay, so now I'm back in my retainer. I was off of my retainer for about a year. I was only wearing it at night. I just recently had an appointment, I believe 2 weeks ago, and my teeth kind of shifted. It will do, but I will say, when they tell you to wear your retainer, because you don't want your teeth going back to close to what it used to look like. I'd be damned if I paid my $4,000 and it goes back to that. Like, no. I'm not having it. Like, I'll be mad. I'll wear this retainer all goddamn day. You know, don't wear it while you're eating. That's, you know, they're gonna tell you the steps on how to wear it. Avoid the hot beverages while it's in your mouth, I'm sorry. And also, you don't want to soak it. Just don't soak it. You can brush it lightly and keep it clean, because it does cause a little bit of tart, like a smell. So just keep it clean overall. Just keep it clean. And what else? And I think that's it. Now, I'm only back on my retainer for 4 weeks because he noticed it was a shift. And I'm glad he peeped it out, you know, because he was being honest. Like, I want your teeth straight, and that's what I paid for, and that's what I love. So when he told me, you know, you have to wear this for 4 weeks, I was cool with that. I was like, okay, no problem. So I'm going to show you guys what my teeth look like now. And you guys seen the clip of what it looked like before. So let me take this out. And it's like a little clamp on the side, so it's not that hard to take it out. This is what it looked like. Yeah, you see? I have not gotten these bad boys whitened. Lord knows I'm trying to save up for it. But if you guys know any good whitening remedies besides baking soda, I tried the baking soda. I'm not trying to continue to keep using that, because I heard some little bad things about it if you constantly keep using it. But I did do some research on like whitening kits and stuff like that, but I'm clueless. So if you guys know any whitening kits that are really good for teeth, please link them below, because I'm clueless right now. I'm trying to avoid paying. Like, again, I called a place, they was like $800, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying $800 for you to whiten my teeth. It's just not in my pockets right now. Maybe down the line, I don't know. But I think it's just other cheaper options out there. So, and I think that's about it. Go for it. Oh, another thing. How did I afford it? What was my goal? I have a short-term goal and I have a long-term goal. That's just the way I set my life up. I have to. If I don't have goals written down, my mind is everywhere. So I put it on my goals list, and I made sure that's something I wanted to do. When I got the money, I just went and did it. I ain't think about it. I ain't question it. I asked the next person, but I took their advice, because I always ask for advice and people's opinions. And I just spoke to God about it, you know. That's the main person I really talked to about things. And if it didn't work out in the long run, oh well, at least I did it. At least I tried. So make it a goal. Put it down on your to-do list. If you file taxes, if you get taxes, don't buy that $1,000 TV. Put that aside for your braces, or put it aside for something that's going to be worth it in the long run, because that's benefiting you. Your smile is going to be here forever. That TV going to be there. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's how I think, because my smile is always going to be with me. That's the first thing people see when they look at you. So that's how I was thinking at the time. I was like, I don't want no 53-inch TV. I want my braces. You know, what to do to get your money? Call bae, call uncle, call auntie. You know, $5, put it aside every time you get paid. Do what you got to do, because you is what matter. You're important. You have to put yourself first before you think about this one, that one. You can't live your life like that. So that's how I used to live my life, and now I'm just to the point where I just go for it. I don't look back. I just go forward. If it work out, it work out. If it don't, it don't. At least I did it. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. And it is a journey. Learn to love it. You'll grow to love it. So you guys, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And like I said before, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. I hope this video was very helpful for anybody that's, you know, a little bit on the iffy side about getting braces. It's the best journey. It's so exciting. You know, your results, you just feel so wonderful. You feel better about yourself. Just go ahead and do it. Just go do it. And I love you guys. You guys have a good one. See you in my next video.